Good afternoon from Africa. We're going to do some yoga. I don't know how long it's going to go. Just wanted to get up, move around a little bit, enjoy some fresh air, and see what happens. So we're going to go ahead and start in our mountain pose, starting with the feet hip width distance apart, spreading out the toes, lifting the toes up, spreading them out, placing the toes back down onto the mat, shifting forward onto the balls of our feet about 70%, actively lining our knees and our hips over our ankles, reaching the crown of the head up to the ceiling, letting the shoulders release. Down away from the ears, we can turn the palms forward, closing the eyes, just doing a quick scan of the body, checking in, seeing how we're feeling, seeing what's going on. Just making sure that we're aware of what's going on in the body as we move. And we can bring awareness into the breath, slowing the breath down, breathing fuller and deeper into the belly, letting the diaphragm drop down. Finding that nice, slow, diaphragmatic breath. Remembering we want to pay attention to the body as we move, paying attention to the breath. Just pretty much making sure we're moving and breathing and honoring the body, making any modifications that we need to as our body needs it. Let's go ahead and take a big inhale, sweeping the fingertips up to the ceiling, letting the palms meet, exhaling, coming down to the heart center, bringing the fingertips to the forehead, linking mind, body, and breath. Let's go ahead on our next inhale and sweep the fingertips all the way up to the sky. Exhaling, coming to the heart center. Inhaling and reaching up. Exhaling to the heart center. Let's go ahead and inhale, reach up. Exhaling to the heart center one more time. This time we'll inhale and reach up. Exhaling, hinging at the hips, swan diving, moving into forward fold. Half lifting here, bringing the hands to the shins, coming half up. Pulling the shoulders back away from the ears. Letting our hands come back behind us, palms facing the ground. Lifting the chest into airplane. And then shifting forward, moving into chair pose. Let's go ahead and move with the breath now. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, forward fold down. Inhaling, half lifting up. Exhaling to airplane. Inhaling to chair. Exhale, holding. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, half lifting. Exhaling to airplane. Inhaling to chair. Exhale, holding. Inhaling, reaching up. Let's go one more time. Exhaling to forward fold. Inhaling, half lifting. Exhaling to airplane. Inhaling to chair. Exhale, holding. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, we're going to find ourselves coming into down dog, letting the hands find the mat. Stepping back with both feet, hips up to the sky, letting the head move through the arms, alternating heel presses into the mat. Bending both knees, bringing the knees down to the mat, moving the wrists underneath the shoulders, making sure the knees are underneath the hips. We'll go ahead and move through cat and cow. Remember, one breath, one movement, engaging from the tailbone to the top of the head. Let's go one more time, moving through both cat and cow, letting the tops of the feet come onto the mat, sinking the hips back onto the heels, and then letting the forehead come down to rest. Extending the hands out in front of us, we're going to go ahead into that modified vinyasa flow. We inhale to our kneeling plank, exhaling to chaturanga, inhaling, pressing up, exhaling, pressing back, inhaling to kneeling plank, exhaling to chaturanga, inhaling up, exhaling, coming back, inhaling, kneeling plank, exhaling to chaturanga, inhaling up, exhaling back. Let's go one more time. Inhaling, kneeling plank, exhaling to chaturanga, inhaling up, and coming back to child's pose. We can release the arms if we want to. Coming up, let's go ahead and move to all fours. Let's move into a sunbird flow. So we will flex and point the right foot. As we inhale, we take the right foot up to the sky. As we exhale, we pull knee to chest. We inhale, pressing the foot up. Exhaling, pulling knee through. Inhaling, pressing up. Exhaling, pulling through. And one more time. And then we come back to all fours, flexing and pointing the left foot. So we want to point that foot, and we want to inhale, press the foot up to the sky. Exhale, pull knee to chest. Inhale, pressing the foot up. Exhale, pulling knee to chest. Inhaling up. Exhaling, knee to chest. One more time. And then bring it back down, moving back to child's pose. Extending the hands out in front of us, pressing through the thumb, pointer, and pinky, lifting up slightly through the palms. We'll go ahead, come up, and move into down dog, lifting the hips up, pressing the heels towards the mat, taking the right foot to the sky for three-legged dog, and then bringing that foot up and through to the hands, spinning the back heel down, moving into warrior two. Let's turn the front palm up, moving into reverse warrior. Moving back to warrior two. We can go to a modified side angle, bringing the arm gently to that top thigh, opening up the chest. We can go to full side angle, bringing that arm down, reaching the top arm over the head, or we can bind. Bringing it back up to warrior two. Straightening out the front leg, pressing that hip back, reaching forward, moving into triangle here, opening up the chest. Bending through that front knee, bringing that hand down to the mat, moving into lizard or low lunge. We can either keep it high or we can come down to the elbows. Bringing the hands back to the mat, taking that right hand up to the sky, revolving low lunge. Bringing the hand back down to the mat, placing the hands firmly into the mat, pressing through the thumb, pointer, and pinky, lifting through the palm, stepping back into down dog. And then taking the left foot up to the sky, three-legged dog. And then taking that foot up and through to the hands, spinning the back heel down to warrior two. Turning the front palm, we move into reverse warrior. We can either let that back hand support us on that back leg, or we can wrap it around. And we move back to warrior two. Moving to either the modified side angle, the full side angle, or again, we combined. We bring it back up to that warrior two, straightening out the front leg, pressing the hip back, reaching forward, moving to triangle, opening up through the chest, stacking the shoulders on top of one another. Dropping the top hand, bending through that front knee, coming into that low lunge or lizard. Hands can either be on the mat or down to the elbows. Coming back up onto the hands if we went down to the elbows, taking that left hand up to the sky. And then bringing that hand back down. We're just going to step forward with that back foot, moving into forward fold. Moving the hands to the shins, lifting half up. Moving to airplane, lifting through the chest. Shifting into chair. Bringing it all the way up. Releasing. Moving into balanced pigeon. We'll go ahead and start with the right foot, planting that right foot into the mat. Spreading out the toes, getting a nice good foundation. Bringing the knee and the hip over the ankle. Engaging the core. Lifting up through the crown of the head. When we're ready, bringing that the left foot over, flexing the toe towards the knee. Our hands can come to Anjali Mudra as we slowly lower the hips down. And finding our stopping point, we can also keep working to bring the shin to the triceps. And then we make our way back up and release. Switching sides, planting that left foot into the mat, spreading out the toes. Again, stacking the knee and the hip over the ankle. Engaging the core, lifting through the crown of the head. And then when we're ready, crossing that right leg, flexing the toe up, hands to heart center as we slowly lower the hips down. Finding our own stopping point. And then coming back up, coming back in to our mountain pose. We'll take a nice big inhale, reaching up. Exhaling, taking the right hand to the side, reaching over with the left. Inhaling and bringing it up. Exhaling, switching sides. Inhaling, reaching all the way up. Exhaling to standing camel. Bringing those fists back around to the sacrum. Pushing the hips forward. Tilting the chin up to the sky. Opening up through the throat. Bringing it back up. Let's inhale and reach up. Exhaling into forward fold, hinging at the hips. Letting it hang. Dropping the crown of the head to the floor. We can either make our way just down to a seated position, or we have the option for just a little vinyasa flow. If we want to, we can place the hands on the mat, stepping back into down dog, shifting forward into plank, moving down into chaturanga, turning the feet on top of the mat, lifting into up dog, and then tucking the toes, moving back to down dog, bending the knees, And then coming all the way down to a nice seated position. We'll go ahead, extend the feet, extend the legs, sitting into staff pose, reaching up through the crown of the head, engaging the core here. Let's go ahead and bring that right leg underneath, going into cradle the baby. You want to grab from the bottom, pull up, finding again our stopping point. It might just be here, it might be here. If we can, we pull it in, tuck it into the elbow, wrapping the other elbow around, sitting up. Taking that right foot and crossing it over the left leg. We'll take a nice big inhale and reach up. Exhaling, twisting to the right. Inhaling, lifting through the spine. Exhaling, twisting deeper. And releasing, coming back to center. Switching legs, grabbing the left leg, pulling that left leg. Again, finding that stopping point. It might just be crossing it over or lifting it slightly. We can tuck it into the elbow, wrapping the other elbow around. And then let's go ahead and cross the left foot over the right leg. And we inhale and reach up. Exhale, twisting to the left. And releasing, coming back. Let's just go ahead and come back onto our back, pulling knees to chest. You guys know the drill. You can let out a sigh sound or scream. And you can scream because nobody will hear you. So we just want to pull the knees to the chest, releasing the back. And we place the feet down onto the mat here. Crossing the right ankle onto the left knee. Putting a little bit of pressure onto that right knee, pushing it away slightly. Feeling any release through the back of the hips. Releasing and then reaching through, grabbing hold of that left hamstring, pulling that left knee to the chest. Releasing that foot back down to the mat. We're going to just go ahead and drop that left knee down to the floor, bringing that right foot to the floor. So just a small supine twist. If our backs are not feeling great, we don't have to go this far. We don't even have to do this part. And then we bring it back up. Let's place the foot underneath the knee, grabbing hold of that right foot with the left hand. We place the left foot on the ground and then drop that right knee down to the mat. Releasing, bringing both feet back to the mat. We're going to go ahead and cross that left ankle onto the right knee, pushing that left knee, not pushing, but putting pressure on that knee to push it away slightly. Just a little bit of pressure. Noticing any release through the back of the hips. And then let's reach through, grab hold of that right hamstring, pull that right knee to the chest. Releasing, bringing the foot down, and then rocking over to that right side. Coming back up, we'll take the foot off the knee, tuck it underneath that right knee, grab hold with the right hand, placing the right foot on the ground, and then dropping that left knee down. And releasing, bringing both feet back to the mat. We can go ahead and let our arms come out like a T. We'll go ahead and pick up the hips, shifting them over to the left, letting the knees drop to the right. I don't have enough room myself, but if you want to, you can extend the top leg, reaching the toe to the floor. And then coming back to center, bringing those hips back with us, making sure the spine's all back in line. And then we pick up the hips, shifting them over to the right, letting the knees drop to the left. Again, we have that option